Greetings! In this era review, we are introducing a new artist, which I have been intrigued with in a while. Björk is an Icelandic artist who has music considered as experimental and avant-garde. I think FKA Twigs might be inspired by her, and I wanted to see her discography to it. So I looked up some of her albums and got intrigued to which one I will start first. One in particular caught my eye based on aesthetics alone. Vespertine is released in 2001. The known pop culture moment of the era is her swan dress. This famous moment rolled out the mark of Björk in pop culture. An album known for its minimalistic and romantic feeling, separate from her last album, 𝕂𝕦𝕤𝕤𝕤𝕤. Produced with microbeats, electronic, and ambient effects, it introduces an otherworldly and magical atmosphere. It is also Björk's first dabble on utilizing computer as instruments, which she initially had qualms with. So without any more discussion, we go to the album review. Hidden Place is such a worldly opener. It introduces a world created from romance between two lovers. Björk describes it also the characteristics of the lover that makes the romance a pure euphoric bliss. Fingers I was given to touch with. The instrumentals on the track is so adventurous to describe. You have the preceding synths along with the dramatic strings to feel the certain charm of romance. Björk's vocals are mostly painting the picture to the world found. She enunciates a welcoming presence into another dimension. As an opener, Hidden Place captivates you into visiting an unknown world. The magic lies in its composition. Cocoon is an interesting one. The lyrical content delves into sensual category, not necessarily obscene yet highly descriptive. The amount of metaphors imbue the emotions of intimacy in the state of intercourse. Who would have known a saintly trance? The tippy-tappy production makes it more ASMR-like in tone and interesting to convey. I kind of like how there is not much going on to describe the silence yet blissfulness of intimate moments. Her vocals and melodies are delicate and emotional to the touch, plus the moans. Yes, the moans. Those are the highlight. Cocoon is a whisper of passion to a significant other, undoubtedly a cognitive listening experience as well. We have free Björk ASMR. It's not up to you. It's Not Up to You is a great song of reassurance. The uncontrollable events in life stresses the mind in such a bizarre fashion. She's telling to let go of the worries and the control is beyond which is normal. Just lean into the crowd. Probably the first accessible sounds from the two tracks already mentioned. The production is so smooth and flows with precision. Her vocals are great and produce catchy factor in the chorus. The added choir in the end is a nice touch. A soft listen and comforting song about life itself, vocalizing the problems which are just uncontrollable. The chorus is the lovely highlight. Undo is Spiritual Ascension, a great follow-up in terms of lyrical content with the previous songs. I would say it is a combination of Cocoon and It's Not Up to You, letting go in the realms of intimacy. Surrender. What I like on the production is the gradual anticipation, progressively increasing up to the end where everything feels released. Vocally impressive as well, along with the choir. The layers effortlessly blend to create a sense of release. I think undo sends you into another place involuntarily, like you're sitting down and letting the spirits take wherever they go. Pagan poetry. We have a lot to discuss. A conflict on the moments of intimacy as well as the decision of undergoing matrimonial commitment. The way the metaphors blow out of the water in the grand scheme of the track is insane. Blueprint of the I would describe the song as intentionally magical in tone. I don't know if those are strings or piano, but it gives a sense of magnetizing the listener into a trance of sort. Vocally is the best so far. It is so enigmatic in a way of delivering such emotion. The confusion and indecisions of pure love when she shouts at the end of the song is real. Pagan poetry is a staple Björk song. I heard the very first moments of seconds of instruments as a meme, but as a full picture itself is a magical journey. I am going to combine these two because Frosty is an instrumental interlude going to Aurora. For Aurora is a calming moment on the album. Another follow-up from pagan poetry. It offers an ode to a goddess, but also has another sensual meaning, describing the element of ice or snow as a soothing component for pain. The twinkling and trickling of the instrumentals are so intricate, perfectly matching the icy feels in the album. Vocally calming with a hint of lullaby-esque sentiments, serene and pacifying to hear in the headphones. Aurora is a slow song needed from the emotionally charged previous ones. A cool-down point and maybe the song, considering this is a winter album. 𝕄𝕦𝕤𝕚 is the darkest sounding track. Lyric-wise, it is also dark, maybe alluding to SA, I presume. It may be a hard listen to some people. I'm sorry you saw that. Production is haunting and eerie. At the same time, her vocals follows through with a ghostly enunciation. It is actually different and stands out when you get it by surprise, and it portrays these emotions. Not something I return to this album, unfortunately. Sun in My Mouth is an underrated gem. Its lyrics is an adaptation to a poem by E.E. Cummings. Combining both nature and sexuality, it grants this sort of intrigue in one's body in lots of metaphorical wording. Curves of my body. The grandness seeps into the instrumentals, takes into a lush garden of harmonies. It is ambient, in fact, it feels you are outside under sunlight. Her deliveries go into narrative mode in this one. She's like serenading to the listeners and so on. Will I complete? The song itself is so short and it's an underrated moment on the album, especially following a dark track. It picks up the serenity into light. I have a recurrent dream. Heirloom is a cute track. She describes a jarring yet homely dream about her mother and son. They are the remedy when she loses her voice as they nurture her health, which she very much appreciates. My mother and son baked for me. The instrumentals are quite simple with the beats and perfect for storytelling. It is like a cutscene going on in a video game. Her vocals are in tune and flowing gracefully with production. She more so tells the story again, similar to Hidden Place and Sun in My Mouth. This is an adoration track to the support of one's loved ones. The emotions poured are sweet, homely, and descriptive towards. Time, in my mouth. The instrumentals are quite simple with the beats and perfect for storytelling. It is like a cutscene going on in a video game. Her vocals are in tune and flowing gracefully with production. She more so tells the story again, similar to Hidden Place and Sun in My Mouth. This is an adoration track to the support of one's loved ones. The emotions poured are sweet, homely, and descriptive towards. Harm of Will is another underrated gem. Until now, the song's meaning is difficult to decipher. From what I gathered, it is mainly a complicated relationship with someone involving secrecies and affairs. You can search up the meaning in some sources, but it is the most complex lyrically. This has the same production quality along with Sun in My Mouth. The only difference is the lingering grandness and the seeping darkness in the latter half of the song. Vocally impressive as well, she is just great at delivering these words in an unconventional yet effective manner. I love Harm of Will, and a personal favorite of mine on the record, even though I do not understand what it means, it sounds good. I do not know why, but this feels captivating to listen. Unison is the final track of the standard. It has the same meaning as Hidden Place but more extroverted in tone. She wants to share her feelings at most to the person she loves as they bring a spark within her. The dramatic anticipation factor along with the bounciness really drives home the production department. It's as if it is the best of both worlds on the strengths in the album. Her vocals are my favorite on this one, especially towards the end. It is a happier and self-actualized pagan poetry if I were to describe it. Unison is such a joy to listen to. I love its unconditional feel to romance, and as I closer, it ties in the pieces together. Generous Palm Stroke is another underdog. It is the only deluxe version that I could find despite other B-sides, still standing as independent even in the hands of the relationship. Knowing your strength as a human in the eyes of love. I am beyond me. Stands out in terms of production. The strings have a special connection. It translates more of a folk song sung by grace and beauty. Equally interesting as well with the chanting aspects. The layers also shed light into beautiful harmonies and melodies. A very undeniable craft from Björk. There is just something so authentic as well in her deluxe songs. That's the end of our album review. I got to say that as I first experienced listening to Björk, it impressed me a lot. I love how romantic, atmospheric, and metaphorical Vespertine was. The gentleness of the words used in a lot of the songs are cinematic and put into a lot of love and care. Being madly in love to a person is romance in a trance, accompanied by the soothing ASMR microbeats utilized in full disperse is such an intimate touch. There are strings, rising synths, orchestras, and magical choirs enunciating the romantic aura. Together with how experimental Bjork gets in her vocals, it translates her own words unique to her style. The progression of the gorgeous outros and layers of her vocals elevate the experience. People may say it's either a winter, summer, or spring album from the diverse collection of music alone. I think the album itself is all these three combined due to the calmness of the seasons mentioned to describe to the album. Side note, it is not included but I love Domestica. There's just something so intimate on the album when it comes to the track list. And with that, here is my overall ranking and rating.
Face
for the music videos. There's not much going on with Hidden Place. It is a portrait of Björk staring at the camera with her hair scattering. Then it proceeds to a traveling special effect, liquid navigating across her face. I think it is notable that most of the visuals will be very simplistic in counterpart to how grandiose each track feels. It is sort of imaginative and clear to see. Pagan poetry delves into the love life of Björk at that time. We have some shots which I am not going to show, but it is quite explicitly observed and edited to match the overall pacing. There are also edited shots of her being sewn in with the dress she's wearing in the video, which is quite impressive and high pain tolerance. The way she lets loose and feels all the emotions to really convey the song's meaning is superb. Probably the most magical music video from this era. Cocoon follows the footsteps of pagan poetry. She is sort of emulating a geisha in terms of looks, but there is also nudity, so I cannot show the full thing. Then there are red threads growing out in her body, which eventually wraps her into a cocoon at the end of the video. It is kind of bizarre, but I do like the incorporation of CGI to visualize the meaning itself. Now for all the music videos, the collection lean towards being raw and authentic. There are some computer edited parts, but the minimalistic approach is mostly found. Her showing skin is presenting a vulnerable self which she is comfortable with and give through the romantic aspect of the project. It is a way of how love helps to display these emotions in her own creative way. The gentleness of the album is still found in the visuals and can continue once we get into the aesthetics. For the visuals, it is minimalistic, dreaming, and magical in 3 words described. We get into the aesthetics on this era. First and foremost, I definitely love the album cover. The message is inspired by Leda and the swan in Greek mythology. I hate Zeus as a godly figure, so I am going to interpret this on the artist's vision instead. The making of the cover is shot in a poolside where Björk lays down wearing the swan dress, covering her eyes and protecting from the lighting of the sun. Henceforth, cue in sun in my mouth in the track list. The artistic decorative font is found in the bottom right corner of the album cover. The swan motifs linger as a symbol of a delicate and romantic bird as the media portrays it because swans can be aggressive. The whole color scheme is monochromatic to give these mysterious and passive undertones. I love album covers showcasing artists with a shadow presence in their face. For example, the OG Red by Taylor Swift. This is no different, and it definitely captures the whole message of Vespertine into light. The main aesthetic of Vespertine really ties in with the album cover itself. The swan dress is the main focal point, but there are some notable variations when it comes to the clothing. There are these experimental fashion pieces with various silhouettes photographed, conceptual outfits garnered for the icy feelings of the album, and some really casual, elegant looks in space. Her hairstyle is reminiscent to the emo and scene side bangs parting. Absolutely love this look on her. The makeup is usually very light and dainty with the occasional red lip. Everything in the era is pristine and proper, like a swan queen type of vibe. It is pretty, elegant, and soft with all the tulle fabric and white color dominance. Now here are some of my top 5 outfit picks from this era. There's this photo shoot where Björk wears a maximalist piece. A blend of the marvelous peacock pattern with pink is wild but works quite well. I find it appealing for the weirdness and flowiness in tandem. A red dress which stands out in the flesh, red feathers and structured elegantly at the Royal Opera House Live. It is sort of inspired by a different avian maybe. The hues and texture of the dress is such a display. It reminds me of a fiery phoenix. When she uses the music box with this outfit, it acts as an inseparable set. The details on this ensemble is such a pleasant polish to the eyes. The white embroidered bodice with the ruffled side skirt is such a vibe. Then we have lace stockings and some equally detailed shoes. The whole set is stunning to me. Say whatever you want with the swan dress, but it was the iconic moment in this era alone. Whether it be the photo shoot or in the Oscars, the silhouette is stylish by itself. I think the dress is cute on her and matches Björk's eccentricities. The pagan poetry dress is a full-on experience. The idea of an outfit sewn into your body is remarkable pain tolerance for the feel of fashion. As for the structure, it is riddled with intricate details. On the top part with pearls on the neck and torso, draping to the bottom is a cream waterfall of fabric touching the ground. This particular ensemble takes the cake. Here are my thoughts on Vespertine, a cold and romantic album with a huge adoration to romance or love itself, enunciated with authenticity, a spectacle, and dreamy display of affection. Lyrically filled with metaphors and self-assurance, the whole world described make it seem so magical in tone. Instrumentally driven with such grace and beauty, the incorporation of intricate microbeats plus strings are heavenly harnessed. Emotional in the voice, especially when delivering the words, creates a warm feeling of being comforted by another. A pursued woman yearning on a domestic familial life with this person, reflected by the swan's presence and appearance. Vespertine is a great starter album for me listening to Björk's discography. I am now long for the ride on what is to come on her musical journey. I just love her eccentricities and unconventional expressions throughout her music. What are your favorites on this album? Please let me know in the comments below and feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Have a pleasurable day.